Mr. Speaker, I have an amendment at the desk.
The clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Takai of Hawaii. Page 9, line 6, after the dollar amount, insert the following: reduced by $25 million, increased by $25 million.
Pursuant to House Resolution 303, the gentleman from Hawaii and a member opposed each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Hawaii.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you. I'd first like to thank the chairman and the ranking member for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I offer this amendment with Mr. Jones of North Carolina. Our bipartisan amendment would increase DoD supplemental impact aid to $55 million, $25 million more than appropriated in the bill currently. This would benefit schools in almost every school district that holds a military installation. Schools that have 20% average daily attendance of military-dependent students in the preceding year, as counted on their federal impact aid application, are eligible to receive funding on an annual basis. Congress has recognized the needs faced by many school districts educating a large number of military children and has consistently provided increases in this aid. Yet last year, in FY15, this funding was dropped from $45 million to $25 million. This is not enough. With the stress put on military kids throughout the past years, this aid should be increasing, not decreasing. The education of a military child is a military readiness issue. The men and women serving in the military today have to rely on local school districts to provide quality education and counseling programs for their students and children. Earlier this year, a letter signed by many members of this Congress and endorsed by multiple organizations asking for this critical program to be fully supported at $50 million for DoD impact aid, with $5 million for children and military families with severe disabilities, was sent to the House Appropriations Committee. As we know, we have to offset any funding increase for one program with another if we play by the rules, and I have done so with this amendment. Our amendment is fully offset by using funding from an Office of the Secretary of Defense Service-Wide Administration account, O&M Defense-Wide. The children are our future, and many that grow up in our military families today will be the military leaders of our future. I urge my colleagues to vote for this amendment, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Hawaii reserves the balance of his time. Does any member rise in opposition to the gentleman's amendment? The gentleman from Hawaii is recognized.
I yield back.
The gentleman from Hawaii yields back the balance of his time. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Hawaii. Those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it. The amendment is agreed to.